catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set. 55. I know he ain't good. Five.
First carry for Darius Geis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
6-man. Check girls. Ready.
From the gun, Durant. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Watch the ship. Alert. Watch the ship. At 59.
To throw is Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. I'm the guard. Switch. 29. 25. Check 25. Who do you want?
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
We're set. 19. Check 56. Hey, keep it up. Wise motion. 9. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Watson on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give right side now to Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2nd and 2. Campbell making the catch. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. On first down, this is Geis. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go. 30 base. 55. Tackles. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
They complete it to Hill. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On the double. 52. Switch up. Hey, switch gears. Greystone, Travis. Smooth.
On first down, Durant. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, Charlie. Mike, 55.
Looking to throw. Durant. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
6-6, bullet high.
On 3rd and 2, Durant. He is going to find Hill here. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
Set up. 10 low ball. Here we go, D. Run. He's telling the right. Get ready.
Throwing on first down. Durant eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Durant. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Hey, 4 down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Durant. It's Kelce on the ground. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about.
And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Able to shake him off. Dancing to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Oh, this one is no good. Fairbairn hangs it out to the right. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw on 2nd down. Durant. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Durant is going to fire one deep over the... It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for KC. 41 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Watch the right. Watch the right. Watch the right.
Looking to throw on second down. Durant. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
From the gun, here's Watson. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
54. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, tight.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, zoom.
Off the play fake. Durant. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Durant. Now he'll escape to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Check 53 is mine. I got you. I got you. Topper! Hey! High 7. Now.
To throw on third down. Durant. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Rashad Perriman off to the races. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Move. We got 3. We got 3. Hey, Max,
Operating from the gun, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, 31.
Watson looks to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
19. Shot 56. Hey, man. Watch the boots.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Get him! Shoot! 124! 59!
Now Watson to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the run. Blue draw Corker. Shoot.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Durant. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Push him back. 52's in line.
On 1st and 10, Durant. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
50, plant. Check, 55, come on. Here we go. Watch the pass.
2nd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and short.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, orbit. Defense.
Operating from the gun. Durant. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get that ball. 56. Mike's 56. 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Here's Watson. Going to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got one. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Watch the slant.
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the 69.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Set. 19. Mike is a 50. Check 55. Hey. 50. Time to go.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are back within a single score. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive. Durant, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, you better be afraid of me. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Slam.
Throwing again. Durant flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 29, 2 short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 31, Texans 19.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Watson on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
56.
Watson now operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. You got 3 down.
Here's Watson. Finding room inside the 40. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. 33 yards that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
At the 5-yard line.
Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Hey, 31!
Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll run with Geis. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, echo.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Gets this one to Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
First down, Kansas City.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Durant gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Durant. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Go, go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
56. Buying 56. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check the backer. Check the backer.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now Watson operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Watson, throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Watson. To throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Cut.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Again, it's Watson. Toward the pylon, caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1.
Right there, 56. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Kill. 59.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have retaken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. From the gun, Watson, and this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Geis. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Hill, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now Watson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now it's Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Watson. And caught by Henry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without